I'm from where niggas pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MCs, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
Top 5 dead or alive, and that's just off one LP.
I will still be on top.
Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely.
All hail King Cole, first of his name, long may reign.
Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Culture, everybody wanna cut the legs off. King Culture, black man taking no losses.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's on.
You think it's gonna make noise?
Yeah, it's gonna pick it up.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sure. You can.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So this is the part in top 5 where opinions transform into facts, rankings may or may not matter, and everybody is a hip hop historian, you know, like LeBron. I'm beyond excited for this conversation specifically because this person is literally like my friend. Like I literally listen to his music, enjoy his music. He sends me unreleased shit at 2 in the morning and I'm still listening to that as soon as I wake up. Like, we're literally from the same block, even though we didn't grow up with each other, but I just really feel a connection with this person. Introduce yourself, say your @name, and where you're from.
What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? I'm Louie. My @name is LOUEY_HAHA. I'm from, a lot of people don't know, I was born in the Bronx. I don't know too much about the Bronx, but Cedric Ave, where, you know, hip-hop was started. Then I moved to Astoria. I don't know so much about Astoria. And then, you know, I got to Jamaica, Queens, South Ozone, 135 is where I was raised. Queens, you know, what up?
Queen.
I'm an artist. I do it all. Jamaican background. I got a message in my music. I want people to not give up and chase their dreams. And yeah, we here.
Liddy.
Thank you for having me.
Literally, this conversation has been years in the making.
Years, but you know, it happened.
Yeah. I'm so happy. You guys don't understand. This is really my man's. It's my friend.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, like you said, you was born in the Bronx.
Yep.
But like most of your upbringing is based in South Ozone Park.
South Ozone 135. Please let it be known, because if people hear this, they're gonna kill me.
I literally used to live. I remember my address was 115-32 135th Street. So I live right between 115th and 116th Avenue.
That's probably why I never seen you, because I was on Liberty and.
Yeah, you was close.
Yeah.
See, like still Q9, still the same route.
Of course, everybody know that route.
But yeah. So, what would you say your first musical memory was growing up? Because you're from like the place where hip hop was born, but also like Queens is known for its legendary artists.
Honestly, my first when I think about music, I honestly just remember my father playing all these old time songs like Sam Cooke and the Temptations, and that's the first time I really fell in love with music. Like, he used to sew, he's a tailor, so he used to always sew and play music. I'm like, yo, what are these old songs that he's play? I used to hate it. I used to cover my ears and whatnot, but after a while it's so soothing that I'm like, whew. But I couldn't sing when I was young. I always wanted to be an entertainer. I always wanted to do music, but I couldn't sing my voice.
How old would you say you would like recognize, like, okay, I want to be an entertainer, like I want to like be on the stage, I want to be
I'd probably say probably 7 to 9. Wow. That's when I knew. I'm like, nah, I gotta be an artist, I gotta be an entertainer, I gotta make music some way, somehow.
Were you like in talent shows when you were younger, or like did you just like at home you just like, okay, I'm just gonna
I was in talent shows, but like more for like anything that had to do with entertainers, because I wanted the girls' attention. That was my thing. So in elementary
that's usually
school,
most guys.
Like, if we had, like, in elementary school, I went to the school called 121. We used to have, like, every month a class had to do a performance. So whatever it was to get the girls' attention, I was doing it. I was dancing. I was rapping. I had to do it all. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So, like, what would you say? So you said, like, Sam Cooke, The Temptations, like
Gladys Knight, all of that.
Wow. So would you say like your influence? Well, a lot of your music is R&B based.
Yes.
So would you describe yourself as a rapper, or would you just say you're an artist, or like do you say
definitely
you're melodic?
I'm an artist. I'm an artist because I don't want nobody to box me in. I always tell producers, if you send me beats, don't just send me one genre because you heard that song. Send me everything. I don't want to adjust to anybody's sound, but send me anything and we're gonna see what we can do.
Yeah. because I mean, how could I say? I think it's interesting hearing your music from when you first put it out to how it is now, and like listening to the progression in it too, actually like hearing how you select beats, because like I think that your ear has become a little more diverse. If thinking of your first project, like how did it come about, and like what would you have done differently?
My first project from like high school days, like I don't know. I had a first project where I was in a group in Queens. Like we was all in different schools. We used to go to camp. It was me, my brother, my right hand man, Breezy. You know Breezy. He randomly comes to these events that you be throwing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Breezy.
Breezy, my boy D Boogie and DJ. We used to go to York College because our parents didn't want us to just roam the streets in summertime, so they just threw us in camp, and we was all on the same team. They used to have like every year it was like themes: basketball teams, baseball teams, hockey teams, or whatever. And we was all on the same team. And then we got so close, I don't know how. And it was like, yo, so we just gonna call ourselves brothers, like we brothers.
That was the
yeah. And then like it was brothers, and then two of us was rapping. So we forced the other two to rap. So that's how we came up with like 160 Bullets or whatever. I don't know if you went to 226, but everybody.
I did.
Yeah, so everybody knew us from 226 to ISA, and we all came together or whatnot. So we was 160 Bullets going on the Ave on the studio. I don't know if you remember, it was a studio on the Ave in the Coliseum with Pooh. He's the engineer. So we used to save up, everybody save up 555, pick a beat from next door. It had a CD place. We used to pick a beat from that CD place.
Yo, I remember people doing that.
And we just
oh my God,
write our songs, go home, write our songs, come back on the Ave. So it goes way back for me. Like the grind was just.
How old was this when you was making this group and doing your mixtapes?
We had to be like 12, 13.
Wow.
Just walking to the Coliseum after camp, buying pizza, iced tea, flirting with the older girls. It was just so much fun.
Always the girls. It's always the girls. I swear, like girls be the root of everything. But you know, that's for another day. But so what would you change? Like, would you change anything about that process, or do you think like everything had to happen for a reason?
Yeah, I think everything had to happen for a reason, so I could grow, learn. Because I didn't have no mentor or anything like that. I was just learning as I go, trial and error, see what worked, what didn't work, and I had to find my sound. I think probably like 3 years ago, I felt like I fully found my sound. All them other mixtapes, from the first group mixtape to No Time to Waste V2, from Last Laugh, which was one of my biggest mixtapes, and to my new project, my new mixtape, Something for the EP, I think.
Which we're waiting on patiently.
I dropped that already. What are you doing? With the EP, I didn't drop.
Oh, that's
the
what.
EP, yeah,
that's what I'm waiting.
There we
on.
go.
Okay.
That's another. We're gonna do that further down. We're gonna talk about that.
That's what I'm waiting.
So
okay.
yeah, I felt like everything had to happen the way it is.
What would you? What type of music would you credit to finding your sound, and what was that journey like? Like, was it just like okay, like you said, you were trying out a lot of different things, or was it more of like, okay, I'm really thinking about this, like meditating, or what was your process?
Honestly, I was so scared to. I felt like nobody was listening to me, so I was so scared of putting my experiences into my music because nobody would care. You know, that's how I felt. But I felt like I put all my experiences into my music. Because one rapper told me, Loaded Lux, one day I was doing a showcase.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was doing a showcase.
How you just drop names like that?
Nah,
You're like, oh, one rapper told me, oh, Loaded Lux.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm just saying? Yeah, at the end of the showcase, I didn't get picked for whatever reason that was. But, you know.
Their mistake.
I felt some type of way. But he pulled me over to the side. He's like, yo, don't feel down about yourself. He's like, yo, you're a good artist. You make good music. He's like, yo, one thing you need to do is, you know, with your lyrics, when people feel the lyrics and feel what you're going through, you're going to have them forever. So ever since that day, I've just been putting my experiences with girls, school, not having enough money, you know, working this job that I hate. I just put it all in my music so people could relate to it.
That's a good thing too. Like, so how do you stay focused when you have school, you have your life that, because obviously being a rapper or artist or singer, like anybody doing this music shit, it's a grind, like getting there. Yeah. So how do you even stay motivated at this point? Because you just said like, oh, there's times you get disappointed and things.
Definitely. Yo, if there's something that you want, you just gotta have that positive mind, that mindset, think that it's gonna get better, and just you have to force yourself to stay focused. If you're not focused, you gotta force yourself. If this is what you want, ain't no playing B's or nothing like that. Stop thinking like that. You're gonna have to get to it because time is ticking.
Yeah,
honestly,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
What do you think in terms of growing your supporters and growing your fan base? Like, what would you say is a key to having done that? Because like even I'm going through it now. Like I'd say all my supporters are the GOATs, because like if you supporting me, like I fuck with you,
of course.
But it's hard gaining that attention, especially now that everything is so like saturated. What is it for you that keeps you like, okay, I'm gonna make these certain connections with people?
I don't know. When people see me and hear my story or whatnot, they just quickly gravitate to me. Like you see me in person, you gravitate to me. I don't give off that vibe. I sense a vibe, but I don't give off that vibe where I'm cocky or I move this way. Even if I know this person, I move this way or whatever. So anytime somebody I don't know just comment on my stuff or like my stuff and say, yo, your music is dope, instantly I'm building a relationship. That's how you keep them. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, your music dope. Thanks, bro. Where you from? Instantly like that. People get this little ego where people comment on their music and just leave it there or like it. Like, nah, he took the time out to comment on your music. You better tell that man or that girl thank you and show them some love. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like that's actually responding and engaging with your fan base. That's like super important, and you definitely do that. Like even that, I think that's how we became cool too, because like you wasn't a stranger. Like we literally, like besides us seeing each other around in Hillcrest too, but like
Hillcrest,
even us,
what up?
the Crest, oh god. Even before, like even though we were cool and everything, like we got closer because like literally you would just be engaging. You're so easy to talk to, so it's just like, oh my god, Louie's dope. But yeah, so what do you think about this era where with all these artists like going like popping off so quickly? Like in the last episode I was talking about microwave era music and how everything is so quick nowadays, and like it's hard for people to really find their way. Either you blow up really quick and then it's hard to maintain that fan base, or the slow build of, you know, steady building your career.
I believe in the steady build. My mom always told me, she was like, yo, if you know, the longer it takes, the longer it's gonna last. She always like sets that in my mind. And I think I think it's true. It really is true. Tory Lanez just said an interview about that, and I was watching. He's like, yo, you slowly grinding, and people are slowly coming with you. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that point, you're gonna have a bigger buzz than the guy that just went straight there. When the guy that goes straight there, it's easy for him to fall off because they expect him to just keep doing that, doing that. When people following your steps, they know that you're so versatile and know what you could do. So they expect, you know, whatever it is. Yeah.
And even so, with that, is it the artist's duty to keep up with that demand, or do you think like it's the consumers that's just like constantly like, yo, we want we want you to give us the same thing every single time? Like,
I think it's the consumers, but you can't like look at Bryson Tiller. He makes some great music. He's like, yo, I'm happy, but I'm not gonna drop the music unless I'm happy with it. He don't care how long it takes.
Yep, that's an example I use too.
So you know, don't let people rush you with your dreams or what you're trying to do with your goals. Don't let nobody rush you. You drop them when it's right.
So speaking of dreams and goals, like okay, let me even go back further and think about like who were your inspirations, or who are your inspirations now? Like it doesn't specifically need to be like rappers or anything, but like what's the first two people that come off the top of your head when you think about it?
Off top, I'm gonna say J. Cole and Big Sean, but I'm gonna go from a story. Like, all right, when I first started like doing a music group with like the 160 Bullets and whatnot, I was listening to a lot of, at the time it was bars and lyrics. So I was listening to Lloyd Banks, I was listening to Lil Wayne, I was listening to Cassidy, I was listening to Fab, I was listening to 50, these Jay-Z, I was listening to these guys that spoke lyrics and pain in their music. And then when I got to high school, it was Big Sean, it was Drake, it was J. Cole, it was Meek Mill, it was Wale, these guys. So yeah, those are the people I gravitate to.
And like you said, it's the bars, but so I think I wanted to get into a topic with you.
Okay.
about covers and remixes.
Yeah.
So, you know, within the last couple of weeks, there was this whole King of R&B debate.
Oh, man.
And from Jacquees, who is known for doing covers of people's songs. Even like you have a lot of original music, but then there's also times when you do finesse some remixes that be fire.
Yeah.
So one, I want to know like what in your brain, what is the difference between a cover and a remix? And do you think like one person should get, like, who should get the originality credit? You know what I'm saying? Like, should it be toward the original artist or should it be toward the person who does the cover or remix? That's a loaded question.
Yeah,
but
so I had to break it down. The credit has to go to the person that made the original, hands down. It's their song. And to separate the cover and the remix, the cover is just you're singing it over word for word. A lot of people on YouTube is doing covers, word for word, singing it or hitting a different note or you know what I'm saying, just doing it a little bit different. And a remix is just you're taking what they did and you making it your own, which is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I like that song, but I felt like you ain't do this a little bit like that. I feel like you ain't kill it like that. So I'm gonna put my little seasoning on it, you know, my little Larry's on it. I'm gonna put my little Larry on it and give it that little flavor.
Oh my God.
And plus, the reason that I do remixes is like, I feel like I don't want to waste my original music. I feel like I got so much time and growth that I need to do. Oh, somebody blowing you up. I got growth that I need to do. So I don't want to just put out a song and it don't reach its full potential, which I don't like to think that way. Law of attraction. I don't like to think that way, but why not do this remix and, you know, somebody's going to search up that song and randomly find my song and then, look, I got a fan. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep doing the remixes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go a little BTS behind the scenes here, where like sometimes, like, I think that's my favorite part about you. Like, even when like I'll listen to a song, like I've texted Louie and I was like, okay, like I listened to the song, I feel like you would kill this, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what's like your process? Do you have like a criteria for the song when you pick it?
Like if I hear the beat, like I know if you hear it, you instantly hear the you know what I'm saying? So
Louie.
So it's just like a certain mood that it gives off, and if I feel like I can put my experience on it and my little touch on it, I'm gonna jump on it and I'm gonna body it, hands down.
Yeah, I think that's dope. And so also that brings me into like, so let me even go back to the Jacquees thing. So do you think like he's wrong for what he's done to the Trip song?
No, he killed it. We needed a boy version of that. We needed that. Come on, don't kill the man for that. We needed it. It was fire.
Yeah. I mean, Louis has a Trip version too, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could check that out.
Yeah, check that out on YouTube. Louis Trip.
But so even going back to the cover of the remix, and I was thinking about samples. What do you think about 90s sampling? Like, some people feel like the sample from the 90s may be too soon. Like, I mean, one of your recent remixes was Get Me Home.
I did that song twice, by the way. But yeah. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, so like, what do you feel like there's not a time limit on it? Like, what's your thoughts about sampling?
I love sampling because probably like around that time, the song that I'm sampling, I wasn't old enough to really dive into it, so I just reinvented. I've been trying to freaking remix Loudin' LL Cool J for the longest because I know I could tear that up.
Yo,
but
that would be perfect. Anyway,
they call me the new generation of LL Cool J, so I take it. But like I don't feel like nothing's too soon because look, I even I even sample Drake Best I Ever Had. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nothing's too soon. I feel like if you could recreate it in your own way, go for it.
Yeah. Do you is there any specific artist who would you feel would be a sample that you really want, but you feel like if you ever it would be the hardest to attack. Like it's because like some people, one of our guests was like, he got given a Thriller remix or like.
Oh no, you don't touch that. You don't touch that.
Yeah, so like what, like can you think of anything, or is like, do you feel like there's some songs like you just can't touch, like you just gotta leave it that right there, even though that's fire, but I'm gonna leave it right there.
It depends, like how you come. It depends, honestly. Like I wouldn't touch like it was this Jay-Z song I told myself I wouldn't touch. Dead Presidents. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. That's something I wouldn't touch. Like Michael Jackson Thriller. That's definitely I wouldn't touch that. But I would touch. What you call that? That girl. I wouldn't touch that. That SCB touch.
Human Nature.
Human Nature. I'll touch that. I'll touch. Remember the Time. There's certain songs that you just don't touch, because you don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. You don't want to be like, okay, like you did that, but.
Like I try to touch Superstar by Usher. You're not supposed to touch that song, but I think I'll do it justice.
I think that's a touchable song, even though some people could. I think you one of the people that can pull it off, but I could see where you're trying to say, like.
Yeah, certain songs you just don't touch.
What would you say are like albums? Like, what was your first CD that as a kid that you bought?
Honestly, I'm gonna say. No, I didn't buy it. I remember the first CD I bought. It was Usher Confessions. That was the first CD I bought.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade.
But the first CDs that I remember my mom buying was Bow Wow Beware of Dog and Making the Band, Too Hot for TV. Them 2 CDs, those got so much scratches on it. And my grandma was like, I told you about listening to them songs. I'm like, wow. I'm going in. I'm under the pillow listening to them songs, man. Those 2 CDs. Oh, man.
Would you say like they inspired your music taste now, or like do you feel like what stage in your life do you feel like your music style was cultivated?
Probably when I touched 19. Those CDs didn't have nothing to do with my music now. It's just when I was a kid, I was just so hyped up off music. But I say like 19 is when I said, probably not even 19, 21. That's when I was like, yo. Because that's when I started diving into the Caribbean music. I was so scared to do Jamaican like culture type music.
Why? Why?
Because I felt like I've been growing up with these people I've been growing up with my family for so long.
These people.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to let them down or anything like that. But once I tried it with the slow motion, I was like, oh man, it's over from here.
Yeah, I think that's your lane. Do you feel like, is it too comfortable for you, or is it just like, okay, I feel like I'm still experimenting, I still have a ways to go?
Yeah, I start singing on the songs now. I feel like so I could experiment and know more. So I do a lot of stuff. I think I still got more way to go. I feel like I ain't hit my peak yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you do the recording yourself, or like do you what's your process? Like you don't have to give away all your trade secrets, but I'm just saying like what's your process in terms of like from the beginning of the song to like it actually being on wax?
All right, this is what it is. I'll get a beat, and usually when I get the beat, if I think of the hook, matter of fact, before I even write anything, if I hit a beat in 3 seconds, 3 to 4 seconds, I know if I want it or not. That's how crazy the process is.
How quick you know?
Yeah, like I just know off back, like from before the beat even dropped. I'm like, oh yeah, I want this. So then after that, the main thing for me to do is get the hook. After that, it's like it's like writing a paper. You get the body, and then you write around it.
Right.
And like for the studio recording process, I was spending so much money as a young kid just trying to find money, hustling my mom, my father, just to get studio time. To the point I was like, I'm putting out these songs and it's not getting anywhere. All I'm getting is, oh snap, I'm only getting like hundreds of views or whatever. I'm like, this is a waste. So I just start getting this process where we'll get a mic, and whenever I finish writing, I just record on the mic or whatever. So that's the process that I'm doing now with my cousin DJ Monumental. That's my right hand man. I love him to death. That's my cousin, my DJ, my cousin, my manager, whatever it is.
Shouts to him.
Yeah. So whenever I'm ready, I got my whole song like ready to go. I got some songs I need to record. Like come over, and that's what I do now. So only like if I'm working on a project or I feel like this song is a hit, and it need to be recorded in quad studio or whatever. That's what I do.
Dope.
Yeah.
I mean, because some people have like these existential processes where they're like, I need candles lit and stuff like that.
Nah.
I need to be up smoking weed and I can think and like clear my mind. And
Yeah.
I just be like, okay.
All
like,
I need is good energy. If you, I don't like a lot of people in the studio, but if you got good energy, you got a good ear. Like, yo, I think you should say this. I'm always out to listen to it. Like, you think I should say it or say it like this? Oh, I got you. I never say no. I try it, but if it's not right, I'm like, I'm just stick with this.
So that's good. That's a good point that you brought up, because like some people aren't open to constructive criticism, because like you could tell when people are just like, saying what they want to say out their own with their own intention. So you would say, like, if somebody felt like you didn't deliver something right, like would you be like, you would say
After the fact or when I'm recording?
Either way.
Well, I'm not gonna take criticism from nobody. Well, I look at the music that you listen to. I judge you off that. If you listen to nothing but trap music, I'm not taking your 2 cents. I don't really care. But if you listen to everything and you feel like I could, switch it up or hit a little something like over there, I'll listen to you. But if you listen to this certain genre, I'm not caring about what you're saying.
No, that's important.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I judge people too by what they listen to. Because, like, for example, like, let's even bring it to simple, like, in my car. Like, maybe, like, like, that's a real place, like, where you just be like, okay, some people like, yo, you Zoe, I need you to hear it. Like, you should hear this song. And there's certain people when you be like, I know what you listen to. Yeah. I'm cool. Like, you could, you want to listen to this song? Okay, we could listen to your song and then play my playlist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact.
But yeah, I feel like I'm like picky like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
How are you with your
It's
music?
crucial. It's crucial with the aux, man. Like, you roll with a lot of people. Like, me and my cousins. Shout out to my cousins. They probably gonna kill me if I don't. Let me shout them out. Pat, Courtney, Gabby, Tasha, Lauren, Real McKay. He does all my videos and take all my pictures.
I see that.
Young OG, Wayne. Shout out to some of our cousins. They should be checking this out. But yeah,
shout out to y'all.
Anytime one of us is on the playlist, it's a party in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I run with my friends. They playing some songs. I'm like,
right, like, okay. Like, you just gotta be like,
you give them the benefit of the doubt. They just playing, whatever.
Yeah, and then it's like, do you think like we did this on my other podcast, Pass Me the Aux? Like, what's the rules of the aux in your car? Like, what's 3 off the top?
I don't know. No trash music. I mean, you gotta see the vibe. Like, if we go to a party, you ain't gonna want to play, some Janae Aiko. We don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear that. Play some rowdy music. It's the vibe. It's the vibe that you give off, and definitely the artist, honestly. So that's 2 no-nos. We kicked people off the aux before.
Yeah,
we kick people off the aux.
I feel like you, in your car, you could kick people off the aux. So be like, yo, pass me. My key now is Bluetooth, so.
Oh, yeah.
It take a lot of extra time to connect it.
Facts.
It's like, it's already connected. I don't have no aux cord in here. Well, so let's change gears a little bit. Okay. And let's get to what makes a legend to you.
Honestly, it's the way how you connect to the fans, the people, the message that you're spreading. Those are legends. Like, you look at Kanye, you look at Jay-Z, you look at J. Cole. These are legends. They have a message. And, honestly, RIP to my nephew. And, like, I just seen how he impacted millions. I'm talking millions, like, kids from, like, 5 to, like, 40, how he impacted the world, and it was just so crazy. And I'm looking at the short span that he had, and I'm like, wow, like, my nephew did this. I'm at his concert, I'm like, wow, my nephew did this. People got drawings, and I'm always getting tagged in something like, yo, your nephew impacted my life. And I'm just talking to these guys, I'm like, wow, yo, like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I want to pay all my respects. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's referring to XXX Tentacion.
Jase?
Yes, Jase. how you say that last name, Onfroy?
Onfroy, yeah.
Shout outs to his mom, Cleo. She's so strong.
Hey, sis.
Yes, shout out to
Love
you.
you.
Thanks for looking at this. But yeah, would you say, so was there any part of his journey that influenced you and your music? I mean, even though that's your nephew, like, was there anything that, you know, any conversations that you guys had, and nothing too personal for us, but anything that inspired you?
That's one thing. Like, I looked at his journey. He did it his way, and that's the biggest thing that, you know, I look at. Like, he did it his way. It was no rules for him. Mm-hmm. Anything he wanted to do, he's gonna do it. If he wanted to drop a project last minute, he's gonna drop it, and they all respected him for that. And one thing that I wish I was a bigger mentor to him, because you know, him being in Florida and me being all the way in New York, you know, I wish I would have been that, you know, a big brother or his best friend that he could have talked to for any problem that he had or any musical, you know, thing that he wanted. I'm only 5 years older than him, so I'm growing up, he's growing up. I didn't get a chance to, you know, fly down to Florida and be with them the way I wanted to.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I feel like ever since the whole situation, it brought me and my sister real closer. Like, we was always close, but this brought us closer, and, you know, it's just crazy. It is crazy. That's
amazing, and it's inspiring too. Just seeing how much he connected to his fan base, and how his music definitely impacted the youth. Yeah. And like in such a short span of time, like you said. You guys actually had a song together. Okay, Shorty. Yes. Yeah. How did that come about?
I heard it. He dropped it. I heard it, and like off the rip, I'm like, he like doing his one verses thing. So I'm like, off the rip, I'm like, nah, I'm about to do it. But I never approached him with it. I kind of like, I went up behind his back and like I hit my sister up like, yo, can I do this? So I just did it and sent it to her. She's like, yeah, this is fire.
No.
Yeah.
That's sweet though. Yeah. Would you say who, in terms of seeing his legacy, and like, has his some of his supporters been supporting you, and you know, you seeing how everybody is like welcoming your sister with open arms? Is that more inspiring, and does that make you want to grind harder? Like,
yeah, like once they found out, because I wasn't a guy that you know, promoted it a lot. I used to say it here and there. So like a lot of people didn't know that was my nephew. But when it hit the fan, a lot of people was like, oh snap, that really isn't. They look alike. That's his nephew. Oh snap. A lot of his fans came to me, and like, cause they couldn't reach to my sister, they was trying to, you know, send their sympathy and their condolences, and they found out that I did music. I didn't tell anybody, I didn't promote it. They just found out I did music, and they connected with my music the same way they connected to his. So I just make sure I built a relationship with them, and you know, I'm like, yo, if you got something, any problem you want to talk about, or you just want to talk, you got a situation you want to talk about, just hit me. I'm there, and I respond to all of them. It's a lot of them. It's hard to respond to a lot of them. But
I was gonna say, is that like a big? Do you feel like that's a big responsibility for artists to, in a way, like be a mentor, but at the same time, like, you have your own life. Yeah. You're going through a lot, and then trying to put out your art. Like, how do you find the balance in that?
Honestly, you have to, because these are the guys that's taking their time out to listen to your music. So I know sometimes I go through, you know, little situations where I don't feel like talking. I'm a Gemini. We go through these things. We go through these things, and I just let them know, like, right now I don't feel like talking. Like, I just let them know. I just be real with them. Like, these little kids, sometimes they do music. They be like, yo, can you check out my music? Sure, why not? I check out my music when I got time. I'll check it out, and I give them honest feedback. And these are the things that they're gonna remember for the rest of their life. When you're the big time star, they're like, yo, I know this guy. I had a conversation with him. They're gonna post a conversation or whatnot. Just you have a message. When you're an artist, a low artist, or an A-list, a B-list, or an upcoming artist, you have a message, and you know what I'm saying. And just getting your message across is probably like one of the best things that I live for. Yeah.
Speaking of that, like, what do you find? Do you feel like a lot of the music nowadays is just like, doesn't have a lot of messaging in it, or do you feel like there's a it's two-sided?
It's two-sided, because you need the certain music for certain occasions. Like, you need the 6ix9ine for the party, you need the J. Cole for the actual, you know, motivation music, you need the, A Boogie for this. You need these type of music. So I think it's balanced.
Yeah. All right. So we're at my favorite part of the show where you have to give your top 5 to the people.
That's hard. Top 5
Well,
of
okay.
what?
So it's gonna be, the parameters are, they have to be black.
That's not a problem.
They are in your favorites, not rankings. It's not based on bars.
Okay.
So top 5 favorite black music.
No genre, nothing.
No.
Okay, we're gonna go with no order. All right, Miguel,
Okay.
Tory Lanez,
Okay.
J. Cole,
Mm-hmm.
Big Sean,
Mm-hmm.
Drake.
Why? Wait. Why
No,
you said
no,
that?
no,
with
no,
such
no.
conviction?
No. I want to give it to Drake, but there's so much artists. It's like, do you deserve that 5 spot? But
You want a 5 A, B, and C?
yeah, Kanye, Kanye, Meek Mill. Like, these are people that I relate to so much, and I don't want to, leave anybody out. But
And what was, like, in your top 5? Like, what makes you put them there? Like, for you to have Miguel and J. Cole in the same top 5 is interesting to me.
Miguel give you a feel. Like, they all give me some type of feel or drive. Like, when I listen to these guys, I want to write music, or I want to go make love to some girl. Like, that's the
To some girl.
Yeah, you listen to Miguel, you like, oh man,
Oh, damn.
you know what I'm saying?
Wish I had something brown.
Word, you know what I'm saying? I want to call my ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of this. Nah, for real. Like, they all give me some type of feeling, and it's just like when I first heard Forest Hills Drive, I shut every light off in my room, and I'm looking at the ceiling. It was dark, but I'm looking at the ceiling, and it was just.
Sometimes when I'm room, sometimes I stare at my wall and my conscience
Like,
call.
please, nah, but yeah, they all give you a feeling,
Wow. Okay. And then with Drake, why would I'm just still stuck on the part that you're hesitant to just be like, okay, like, is it because of like his like multi-genre?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I like Drake. He could do it all. He be in his bag sometimes. I'm like, dang, you have to do it like that.
Yeah.
But you gotta love Drake for what he do. That's where I got my putting your experiences into music from. That guy, he like, yo, I broke up with this girl when I was in 6th grade. She that. I'm like, okay.
Would you say like from Take Care? Like, what album would you think?
Take Care, Nothing Was the Same.
Mm-hmm.
Those two. Even Thank Me Later.
Yeah.
When you listen to Fireworks, you're like, yo, you serious?
Yeah.
That's your first album?
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. Even Big Sean, he always talk about law of attraction and positive thinking and stuff like that. I got that from him. Reading books, and I met him 3 times, and he's cool guy.
Wow.
Real cool guy.
Yeah, I think I like that about you, that you're so positive with your direction, and like you're not. I think it's genuine, one, and I say that word a lot, and when I say it with a lot of emphasis, because I feel like people who are on this grind, it's easy for them to lose that genuine personality, because like the industry can be so fake. And not saying like I'm in the industry or anything, but you can just see that objectively. Like me and you had private conversations where I just feel like you are literally like have a great heart, and that you are really passionate about this, and that you've been going at it for a while now. And I think that Louis should tell you why he's gonna prophesy right now why he's gonna be in your top 5.
All right. First of all, I'm being your top 5 because you're gonna get a vibe from me. I'm very versatile. I could do it all. I'm gonna give you soul. I'm gonna give you pop. I'm gonna give you reggae. I'm gonna give you hardcore hip hop, boom bap. I'm gonna do it all. So when you listen to my music, it doesn't matter if you're a basketball player, a singer, a rapper, or a tennis player. When you hear my music, you're gonna feel like, yo, I got a purpose on this life, and I ain't gonna stop till I get there. And my music is gonna drive you and motivate you and give you positive thinking to never stop and go for what you want.
Fire.
Done know.
I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Like I was telling, like leading up to this this time that we had now, like a lot of interviews, a lot of people didn't hit me up or call me for interviews, and the interviews that
Y'all
I did
whack.
do,
Y'all whack. I'm getting my flex shit. Y'all whack.
No negativity. No
No, I'm just
negativity.
kidding.
We doing
I'm
that for
just kidding.
2019.
All right,
I know it's a joke, but no negativity. We
It's
ain't spread
okay.
that out.
No,
there.
I'm
But,
kidding.
yeah, I had some great
so happy.
interviews, and I always have a message in there, and it always be fun and jokes. So thank you for having me, for real.
If there's anything that you want people to know about you, what would it be?
I'm a real genuine person. Like if you probably listen to my music and think I'm some cocky dude, or I be playing, I got mad girls, or if you talk to me and take the time out, I listen to you, and I'm a real genuine person. Like I support you. Anything you want to do, I ain't gonna tell you not to do it. I'm gonna say do it. If you want to go rob a bank tomorrow, I'm gonna say, yo, go do it. Like even though it's not the right decision to do, but I'm gonna say that's what you really want to do. You need money.
Well, we're not supporting crimes,
Go do
but
it.
I see.
But
No, you
yeah,
are
you know what I'm
legit
saying?
are that type of
I'm
person.
gonna say go do it.
No, that's dope. What would you want the people to look out for and check out right now?
Next year is gonna be a big year for me. So
There-
I
a lot of
need you-
emphasis, guys.
Yeah, so I can't say too much, but something before the EP. I mean, something worth talking about. Like, I need y'all. A lot of people are so anticipated right now. I had to push it back because of a situation that I'm in, but like I've been through so much in the past 3 years. You know, losing Jase and then losing my niece and then losing my little homie Quad. You know, I've been through so much. Now I have like losing a job. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through so much in the past 3 years that I needed people to hear what I went through. So this is the most personal project I ever did, but it's still left field, but it's still me. So a lot of people gonna, gravitate to it.
What song right now would you say would stand out? Well, we gonna give you a top 5 out of your discography.
Yes.
What would be the song that you say would stick out of your discography and are the top 5?
Slow Motion, hands down. Slow Motion. BIEH.
That I'm gonna pause right there so you remember you got 3 more spots.
Yeah.
BIEH is definitely one of the first songs that I fell in love with Louie's music. Still to this day. Like I remember, I just got back on Twitter recently, but I remember from when I was first on Twitter, that's when I found out about that song. But anyway,
Watch Out. That grew on me like crazy because I never did a song like that. So to push myself, it was my cousin idea. He was like, yo, you need to do other songs than Slow Motion and love songs. So I was like, all right. Lauryn Hill, Doo-Wop, that was one of my mom's favorite songs. So I was like, yo, I'm just going to do that beat and kill it. So Watch Out, like from the video to the song, that's definitely one song that people remember me of. Ease Your Mind is an old song. It's
I love Ease Your Mind.
Old song that a lot of people remember me of.
yes.
And the last one I would say, Invite. That's on the mixtape. Invite. Still My Sound. Just doing little melodies and whatnot. So those 5. It probably changed tomorrow, but
Of course.
as of right now, that's it.
As of today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so grateful for you being here and talking. We're gonna talk after because I'm thinking of what song I'm gonna put on the podcast. But I'm so grateful to you for even taking the time out to talk to me, and I'm so proud of you for where you come from and where you've been, and you and your family are just soldiers for everything that's been coming your way. But brighter days ahead.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I told you I appreciate this from a long time ago. Before I even did it, I told you I appreciated it.
It's lit. You're coming back though.
Oh yeah,
so
that's a fact. I'm here.
When you drop this EP eventually, like in this season, I want you to come back so we can like talk about the music that's on there and really, have a conversation about it.
I'll be here.
All right. So this is Top 5. We out.
Yeah.